Alright, here we are with Godbound, Evicting Epistle, Season 2, Episode 1. We are in January 2019, and to my left, we have X playing Y.
Nicole playing Thea.
Tyler playing Mattiel.
Kevin playing the Crimson Marquis.
Peter as the goat-headed.
Mark as Lothar.
So, gang, who wants to recap what happened last season?
So much fire.
We done broke the world.
We.
Yes, we broke the world. It was a team effort.
I mean, none of you are really mad about it.
Not as far as I can tell.
There's quiet
No one said
simmering.
anything.
Well, Lothar said basically, "Oh, I'm so sorry. This is a terrible mistake, but this will probably do less damage than magical."
Basically, pretty much everyone in the world was punished for their hubris.
I guess we were too. Our Dominion projects got a little fucked and stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, everybody.
That doesn't tell them anything.
We haven't learned
That's
anything.
not a recap.
The Crimson Marquis put up hive mind towers everywhere and turned them on, and everyone went crazy and everything exploded, and then more things exploded because some of the future factions had super weapons, and now everything's on fire, and also Texo Malus is probably dead. He called you screaming, and I think he's crazy and dead.
Yeah, so...
Either that or he was just like stifling his laughter while he's holding the phone out to all of the people in hell, you know.
Okay, more specifically, there was a ball of those towers put in hell,
That's his ringtone now, by the way.
and then the future city that had evolved that's filled with energy, and then it decided to explode because people went crazy, and so on and so on.
Yeah,
And also
well,
the hyper elves and other things that exploded.
A lot of the map is different, listeners.
The map is drastically different.
It's on fire,
Anyone
yo.
ever play the Final Fantasy VI, specifically the second half?
That's literally it.
Specifically
Yeah.
the second half.
That's what you did. Alright, well, okay, I guess we're going to cut to not too long after you blew a hole in the world instead of doing a time skip, because this is happening. What did I have for this? I had a song. It was just on. It was good for this.
Burn, burn, burn.
Was it Seizure of Power? I don't know.
Through the fire and
Oh,
the
yeah.
flames we carry on.
There you go.
No. Okay, so this is maybe, I don't know, a few hours after last session, where you guys were all watching from the top of the tower in your dark, evil nightmare city, as a giant column of light blew up Marvel movie style into the sky.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Evil.
And also yeeted one of the moons open.
Nothing yoked anything.
It yelled it pretty hard.
Pass got cracked.
Okay, so the city is starting to catch on fire as debris from the Earth is being spewed up as every volcano on the planet erupts and large fissures appear, throwing up molten hunks of land everywhere. And also asteroids are falling. Like a lot of them. Like a lot of asteroids.
Okay.
I believe the correct expression is, what was it in that movie? Is it possible to more power to the shield's captain?
Oh, let's see. Let's think about that for a moment.
So we're in the Sailor Moon Dark City, and I don't know, how does it protect itself from meteors? I don't remember that Dominion project.
There isn't
It
one.
doesn't.
I mean, don't you have a bunch of flying martial artists? Can't they go up there and punch the meteors?
You know, I didn't realize how effective that was going to be, but I think that it may actually be a viable solution to the problem, or at least a
You
band-aid.
should do so. Please, Mattiel, make it rain a lot so the fires go out. Master of the Sky. I mean...
Yeah, I can handle that.
You're getting a lot of calls from your worshippers, all of you, praying for the sweet release of death because they probably pissed you off somehow.
Is my soul collector still online? For the city.
Oh yeah, it's underground.
Okay, excellent. So that means that they're going to be saved.
I mean, the city doesn't matter because the city worships us, so they go to us regardless.
That's true. That is true.
So everything else.
Us, but the demographics may not be as even as you think it might.
Okay, so there's an ability called Ward the Walls, and it says you can ban one or more targets from entering the structure that the Godbound occupies, or a region up to 100 feet in diameter per character level. Could the targets be the meteors?
Could the targets be the consequences of your actions?
You
I
probably
really
still-
like being protected from those. I don't like consequences. It's under protection.
What's it called?
Ward the Walls.
Ward the walls. Oh, it's under protection.
Yeah.
It's engineering.
Individuals or types of beings.
I said beans.
Yeah. Individuals or types of beings. The meteors are not a being.
Okay. Huh.
Nor are they an individual.
Yeah, protection only protects you from like individuals. Then
Maybe
not,
moon creatures. If
Yeah, the dead
if
moon
they're-
creatures are dead though, so they're not being flung out of the city.
Oh, they're not the living ones. Okay.
No, something happened to them. Secret.
Secret happened to what?
The moon creatures that are dead that are flying here. I
Now,
wonder what killed them.
if you could get greater gifts, a calamity averted would be literally just a one-shot. Nope, we're fixed. But
Yeah, get fucked protection, not taking it.
If only we had protection.
mutable wards. Our city's completely protected from meteors.
So, yeah, what's happening, guys? This is currently happening. You're about to have... The sky is literally falling.
Okay, so my guys are basically the bird scouts, and they literally have be prepared, and they've kind of been preparing for stuff like for something. Not this specifically, but the world was a pretty bleak place until they got here, and so you kind of figured this thing. So
Like- Dude, your guys are 8 hit die heroes. They'll survive this.
they'll survive this. They're being all heroic and getting people to shelters and
Yeah, there's no Acerins in sight, by the way. They're gone. They're not around.
Oh, okay. I know where they probably go.
You know where they went.
Yeah. Are there
The
guns
Acer
around the
hole?
city? Like,
There's an Acerins.
Yeah, there's guns. There's like place precincts and whatnot. that have
I don't mean
guns.
like guns for people. I mean like defense.
What, like Metroplex and tower cannons?
defense turrets. Do we have defense turrets?
I mean,
Was
not
that
for
the
this
minion
level of
purpose?
note
carnage,
to self:
but
build defense turrets.
You know, I don't think you build AA guns.
Okay.
Like this is a World War II TTR strategy game. Fucking Red Alert building Tesla coils.
This needs to build a giant vampire that like rises out of the city, and it does like a dab to like fire into the distance.
I may not have thought this entire ordeal through.
A large explosion in the background as like another volcano erupts, spewing magma.
Just a little bit.
If they're only alive, just punch them. But
So, I would like to use the new apotheosis power we have to see around my guys. Is my underground cavern safe?
I mean, it's cracking and rumbling. There are earthquakes happening constantly.
Okay. I'd like to just basically flip as fast as I can, which is very fast because AI,
AI?
through like all of them and find like a safe place
Is there anything in cities that might help?
to
Like
get the people to evacuate to.
Well, like a bunker, like an apocalypse bunker?
Yeah.
Well, there's a couple that were built without you guys knowing about it. So you can probably filter them there.
Okay. I will then use the thing where I can control artificial intelligence network. I think it's artificial intelligence, where I can control. We are Legion. There we go. Splinter my awareness to monitoring systems and stuff like that, and get them to do stuff. I would like to go over the loudspeakers, direct different people to the nearest one to them.
Okay. Evacuation's happening. Those meteors are coming down.
He's still with them.
Alright, so flying kung fu bird people are trying to punch meteors out of the sky.
Yeah, and basically trying to save as much as possible and protect people.
They'll be able to take care of meteors that are like a little bigger than man-sized, but some of these coming down are not man-sized.
Okay, well, I guess I'll have to deal with some of these personally then.
Yeah, there's giant hunks of moon coming down, and also hucked out of Earth. If only you had Earth.
Sadly, I do not.
well, time to scramble.
Yeah, okay, well, we'll fly up there, and I guess I'll mimic the pick up items, and I'll try and redirect meteors towards like the larger meteors so that they're falling either away or even better towards other meteors.
You're just trying to redirect them?
Yeah, there's some of them I'm sure is too big even for might to cover, but
You got might. Oh, yeah, that makes it a lot easier.
Yeah.
If you're punching them out of the way, that makes sense. That could work.
Yeah.
All right.
I will fly up, which I think I can. Yeah, I can fly. So
If you can't,
will...
you can now.
Well, yeah, I can anyways. But yeah, I will fly up and use my integrated polymorphic toolkit to get a gravity gun.
Whoa.
And I'll just gravity them out of the way.
Like a goddamn, shit, what's that system called that, Halo uses? Oh, not Halo. Half-Life.
Yeah, the
engine.
Yeah,
Gary's mod or
Gary's mod. You fucking start Gary's modding this out of the way.
Sure.
Alright, other people. What are your plans?
I also have a strength. Gives
Dragon strength.
sinews of serpents and so on that also pretty much mimics might. One miracle that plus turn of the skies to be able to fly and also redirect things. Plus punching things. I'm good at punching.
I'm Matile.
I'm gonna perceive the practitioner as well, and I want to see how Derico is doing. 'Cause
Not
they do
great.
have an energy shield, right?
They do have an energy shield. Their city is currently falling.
Oh right, they were floating.
Yeah, meteors are hitting it, and volcanoes are erupting all over it.
quick, throw them at the biggest meteor.
Fucking Fox, if he's still around, is like, ah, suck it.
That mountain exploded. That mountain's not there anymore. That's part of the thing falling on you guys.
I'm gonna try and fly to Derico.
But you're gonna make it rain here first, right?
I mean, fires can be put up for later.
Because
Priorities.
If you need a minute, I can spend a second giving
I mean, you can, I think, appeal
storm-
for your practitioners to like miracle something up. Is that in an apotheosis?
I don't know if we have that yet. Let me see.
No, that's a 10 to faithful. That's not for 2 more levels.
Well, there's something else though. I'm thinking.
Anyway, how fast do you fly? You have fucking sky, don't you?
Yeah, I have to miracle it up, but I can fly 100 miles an hour.
Yeah, Jericho's relatively close. Sure, Mateo leaves.
You didn't even make it rain first.
Hey, there's 5 other gods here. 4 other
Okay.
gods here.
I'm going to miracle a sky gift, actually. The clouds below. The clouds can douse any mundane fire and allow every ally within it to ignore the first 5 points of fire damage they take each round.
The sky, the clouds below. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
it's really good.
turning into like his vampire mist form and creating a mist of blood, it's going to follow him as it sweeps through the city.
Fucking blood rain!
Sentient blood mist.
That's amazing. But holy shit, is that scary.
All praise the crimson one.
It is definitely the fucking
A 300-foot radius is pretty good.
Yeah, so he's flying through the streets with that on.
Alright. Fires are relighting themselves as lava and magma are falling.
That's fine, I can keep going. My arms ain't getting tired.
Don't hurt my shoulder. Alright. People are dying in the streets. Not everyone's being evacuated. More meteors are coming the more you kind of work with them. They're hitting buildings and blowing buildings apart. Like, stuff is being collapsed. Earthquakes are swallowing up districts of the city. And you see in the background, like on the horizon, parts of the horizon break. Like, the sky gets a crack in it and everything.
I
like
will
that.
Can you
also...
do prevent death? Mass prevent death?
Oh, yeah. I've been trying to do this
Withholding
for
mercy.
a year.
I don't think I have Withhold the Mercy, but I could miracle it. I also would like to command my spiders to collect people and bring them to the safe places. No, don't eat them. Collect people, even dead people, and bring them to the safe places.
If you're like, they died, and before they become souls, therefore more Acer.
You can do like silk to build like the to like help keep the buildings up and stuff like that too.
Don't forget to specifically focus on the citizens who are actually citizens and thus have souls.
Not the Marios.
Yeah.
Yes, I forgot that was a thing.
That's a large group of our population, people without actual souls.
What? So are they being pushed out of this shelter to fit more real people?
Yeah. They wouldn't even go into them because they're just
standing on the
constructs.
top as an extra blade of
They're
their
probably
armor.
still attending
Welcome
their
to
like
war.
Yeah, like at the
Oh.
hot dog stand.
yeah.
It's like some
Business
people
is
are.
very slow today.
Like, a guy's just standing there, and people are like taking pictures of him because he's picking up like hot dogs with tongs and deep frying them over some magma.
Yeah, basically.
This is like an entire Metalocalypse episode.
So yeah, I will get my. Well, I guess don't bring the dead people because they're dead.
They're dead.
But I'll get like wounded people. Bring them there. My worshippers are all merciful hands people, so they can heal people. And there we go.
Okay. The devastation is going to be catastrophic with your efforts, as opposed to a total write-off.
Yep.
Yay.
I'm Dercho. You're going to get there in a few
Yeah.
hours. You're seeing every tree you're seeing as you're flying by is detonating from the heat waves happening. Like, you know that thing trees sometimes do where they just explode into fire?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's happening. The forests are every forest is on fire.
Well, it's a good thing they've got defenses. I'll bring a rain cloud with me. Just kind of as I go, kind of putting it out.
Well, I guess I should tend also to my tree. And since I have a shrine there, therefore I can use miracles there. So maybe miracles will dragon, I know, some dragon breath to cool it down.
Your dragon breath is shrapnel.
Yeah.
I can miracle a different one.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I can
Okay.
miracle like anything, right?
I did not know you could do that, so I was like,
I mean,
are you just gonna spill shrapnel all over your worshippers?
just sharpen fire.
Hey, you can target gifts or miracles at a shrine.
Yeah. So I have that. Because I invested my monies.
You could also build like a big tree, couldn't you?
Yes, I did.
Protective.
Okay, you get to the Smurf Shrine. They largely cannibalized each other.
That's fine.
Insanity
We'll make
wave.
more.
That's
Yeah.
normal.
How many were there? There were like 5 million in the tree. They largely broke into factions and cults and are like wearing each other's bones and stuff.
We'll buff that out later.
we'll just clean that one up.
Lord of the Smurf.
Also, they're relatively isolated. They're out in the middle of nowhere, and you moved everything away from them.
That's good.
So, like, the lava's coming, but like they're like a tiny little house, so it's on its way.
Okay. I just like make some ditch so the lava floats around.
A fucking moat.
Yes. Lava moat.
Alright, you make it so it's a tiny little stalactite in the middle of nowhere, so like, lava doesn't get them.
Safe.
Okay. Anyway, you get to Dericho.
Yeah.
Floating city, its engines are failing. There's like lava caked on parts of the shield. Parts of the shield have gone down. Others can solve little hexagon patterns. The interior city's burning.
I will also use the clouds below to put out the fire.
Alright. You start
and then
going 300 feet diameter around the city.
The regular version or the blood one?
the regular version.
I mean, if you need to repair me, I have a shrine Dericho, and I have my like repair artifice.
About
thingy.
that shrine in Dericho.
Does someone disagree?
You no
That's-
longer have it.
Well, there's a lot of your people crucified on it, and it's been desecrated.
my.
Satan did this.
Literal Satan.
It's a pretty rough fight. The repair effort for Jericho would be going a little bit better if a lot of the people weren't trying to kill your citizens, and your citizens are big, strong, scary dubros who have drunk from the milk of God.
Yup.
They don't even know they're being attacked. They just think it's like a frat party.
Brah.
So, like, there's, like, small, like, hover tanks, energon tanks out there shooting your people, blowing them apart, and, like, they're crawling along and eating people. It's gotten awfully post-apocalyptic here.
Awfully purgy.
So that's what you see come on coming in. Like, people have, like, hooks on statues of Azazel, and they're pulling it down.
I can't help but feel partially responsible for that.
Oh, right, the hate crimes.
Yeah, remember the segregation was okay?
But everyone got along.
Well, I'm going to focus on whipping up some winds that will stabilize the city, and we'll deal with.
Well, like struts? Oh, wind.
Yeah.
I imagine struts coming out of the ground for some reason, but yeah, sky.
If you
So
want
a tornado underneath to, like, hold it up?
Yeah, kind of like a balancing.
The original Jericho actually bounced on a tornado.
Okay, I'll whip one of those up.
Alright. But yes, the crimes against the goat people and the current defaming of the church because you said in your religious Bible that misogyny was outlawed. people are like clapping and like, you know, cheering for you and stuff as you're arriving and like stabilizing the city.
Let's maybe put the purging on hold until we get this whole environmental catastrophe dealt with.
What was his name? Frogbringer? Fake Bringer?
Coldbringer.
No, it was like Fake Bringer or something. Lobotobringer.
Yeah.
Lobotobringer pulling a pin out of an energon grenade before he puts it inside a goat's head. Our lord is right. Blood all over him. We must punish the wicked after.
We'll just put a pin in it.
He looks at the little ring around his finger where the grenade pin was. It's like puts it in the skull, drives it in. The dead goat. Kind of nods slowly to you, makes a wink with his eyes, which also pushes his eyes into his skull and helps him swallow a little.
Ew.
That's how frogs work.
Just ew.
Gulp.
Yeah, this city's a lot more manageable because it's smaller.
Especially now.
It can maneuver.
Yeah. My lord, we might have to go to ground.
Let's do it.
You're keeping the city aloft.
I will stop that.
Gently bring it down.
I'll slowly ease off.
Its little lunar lander struts come out of the side of the city and kind of try to even it out with little, 5 or 6 walker legs.
So fake.
So what?
Fake. Lunar.
Oh, fuck it.
Just kidding.
The moon landing was fake. God damn you, Peter. But meteors are still going to totally fuck this place up. There's a giant one, like 3 times the size of the city itself, coming down.
Shit.
Okay. Coming down right for us, huh?
Yeah. The city isn't fast enough on its own propulsion to get out of the way.
If only we had journeys.
Yeah.
Other
Yeah,
Nokia
only
awards.
had journeys.
Stand right in front of it and use Heavenly Guardian defense.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fly up to the meteor and try and get onto it.
Alright, you're on it.
Okay.
It's a piece of mountain.
I'm gonna start dancing it apart.
Are you using any gifts or stuff?
Yeah, I'm using shaking the walls.
What does shaking the walls do?
It sets up a ruinous, destructive vibration that can destroy all solid buildings and structures of my choice. It does 100 feet per character level, so it's gonna.
Alright,
take
yeah, you can dance it apart. Man, that's really useful for this scenario.
Happy feet.
You earthquake it apart with your dance.
So instead of one boulder, you've got lots of shrapnel coming.
Well,
Wider
maybe they'll
areas.
spread out.
Yeah,
Exactly.
they'll spread out, and the shield will soak it up one after another. Ish. Alright, so you do that. Lobotobringer is all like, "My lord, you've destroyed the calamity from the sky coming for us. We need more energy to the shields to absorb its shrapnel." Do you have any?
Do you have any lightning rods?
Yes.
I'll whip up some lightning.
So Thor style.
That's
Just,
a clever way
Makes sense.
to.
Makes a lot of sense. Yeah, all right. If you miracle for the day, you can charge the city. All right, yeah. You give the city a charge. The shields come up better, and it starts absorbing the shrapnel. You're doing pretty good for this. You have the right tools in your toolkit.
Well, it is a threat from the sky.
Yeah. Back to the city. Large meteors. The larger ones are now coming from orbit. What do you do?
Larger?
Yeah, like large ones. Bigger than the ones you've seen previously, because they're coming in from orbit. The small ones were repelled faster.
You can fly up there, but you might have trouble moving more than one of those.
Let's see what I could do. I could try transforming a little bit of them, but it doesn't have that throughput, I guess.
Doesn't have what?
The throughput needed, because like the transforming ability from Artifice is like, a giant cube, but that's nothing.
You're gonna artifice it into a cube. You're gonna turn into a statue of you, so you kill everyone. Your
I mean, I
head.
could.
2 bears high-fiving.
I guess we can just work together. Like if I have a gravity gun, you have strong.
Yeah, and also I can bring up, if it's a large project, I could bring up a bunch of worshippers because they're together. They're probably can take out one, probably just beating the hell out of it.
You're gonna try to break it into smaller bits, or try to move it?
If they move it, would be better if they can do so.
Yeah, fuck the other part of the map.
Yeah, this is our.
No,
We're not gonna try to throw it on another village or anything, but
But
don't
you're not
run it
not
on
gonna do
ours.
it.
Yeah, I don't think my dudes
Kevin,
can do anything.
Go to an empty part of the map and build a city and to attract the meter to go there.
I don't think my dudes can do anything but break it apart because they can fly and they can punch
They
ridiculous.
can all like hold on to it and try to push.
Yeah, that's what I was picturing because they can fly, so they'd all like just like and like they'd all be pushing.
Can I
one.
miracle them a strength gift?
What do you got for your gifts?
Might,
And-
bird, and alacrity.
Might, bird, alacrity. Might, bird, alacrity. Might, bird, alacrity.
We use like
So I was thinking if I gave them all the ability the strength to move up to a large building.
because not like command or war, something that affects mooks. I guess so. Like sharing gifts usually like you can share defensive gifts, like being immune to something.
I mean, if they're all working together, that's the strength of many. That seems like that would fit. Alright, you can do that. Miracle strength to like kind of get everyone together and make the meteor weaker.
How many explosives would we have laying around?
How many explosives do you keep around?
I mean,
Engineering monster.
we'd have ordnance around.
Do you have ICBMs and stuff prepped and shit?
ICBMs?
Intercontinental ballistic missiles.
No, probably not.
You don't keep like missile silos in your city waiting?
Oh,
in
I mean,
buildings?
probably nothing major, but I'm gonna animate a bunch of dead flying creatures because there's probably a lot around the city, and I'm gonna have them fly those explosives up to the meteors.
Do you have like rockets or tanks or whatever that you've been hiding anywhere?
If you want
Probably
multiple
artillery
birds,
shells,
I mean,
yeah.
we do have those tank vampires.
Okay, those are not tanks. Those are pepper pots.
I have a ton of engineering gifts, so
Yeah.
it's probably easy to just make explosives nonstop. So yeah, I'm gonna have flying creatures fly ordnance up to the meteors to blow them up into smaller ones.
In Valerian, in the City of 1,000 Planets,
Yeah.
what they did to move the space station out of orbit is they flew a bunch of drones that drilled into the city, and then they had boosters on the back, and they all coordinated and flew away together.
Yeah.
I imagine something like that happens.
Yeah, a bit like
Because
that.
all the flyers and all the strong guys and all the drones and explosions, you all kind of coordinate and start to push the biggest one off course.
Push towards where our neighbors were.
It's not those guys. It's going to take out some of the city, though, in the shockwave.
Oh, that's fine. I'll try to aim it towards the part of the city I don't like.
Put it over at the dump.
Where were those people from the northwest staying? The Valkyrie type people?
The
The
bonker.
woman of the machine.
Woman of the machine?
They were all around. They weren't like in one ghetto. Were
Okay.
they? Were they in one ghetto?
I mean, they might have been in one area.
I thought they were staying in
The Shatter
area
Dome.
that we would be building the Shatter Dome in.
I
So
mean,
they are.
Are you going to
closer
strung
together.
that El Shatter Dome?
oh no! If
I
they're
mean-
there.
Wasn't the Shadow Dome in Jericho?
I thought you were building the main city.
Oh, okay.
I mean, if not, if it's
I
in
mean,
Jericho,
Did you
No,
pay?
it's the Shatter Dome. We're not going to
Did you
destroy
spend
that.
the Dominion on it yet?
Yes.
then it's wherever you want it
don't.
to be.
Yeah, I'm not going to destroy the Shatter Dome. It's just
That's
more
that's
future
probably
people.
where they are.
Well, like it's wherever you want it to be. You want it to be in the main city or in Jericho.
Let's have it in Jericho.
Sure, because that means you have your own base. The thing we were talking about. Perfect. All right.
Yeah, but then they're like, you were like,
Meteors happening over your objection, Peter. Shockwave, buildings knocked over. That one house with the palm trees by it, and that one atom bomb gift that gets replayed over and over. All right. Okay, so that was the first few hours. I'm gonna pass some time now.
okay.
All right, because that was like the main emergency crisis. So we're gonna pass a couple days. Is that okay? A couple days.
Yeah.
Sure.
All right. Where we got days? Oh, Peter left.
I'm assuming more of my worshippers will trickle into the city as time goes on, just because like
There's
WTF.
nothing else.
I mean, they're dealing with their own stuff on their own land and their own
Yeah,
cultures and villages that have been destroyed and they're trying to reclaim. Okay, so the city's red lights are on constantly, like emergency. It's in a state of emergency. All the banners that would show advertisements are showing like state of emergency stuff and where shelters and food are. Because the city's pretty sustainable, even damaged.
There's a lot of under areas and whatnot.
All those have collapsed. You'll have to rebuild. Anyway, so yeah, the last few days have been putting out fires. Earthquakes, meteors, lava, volcanoes, the dead rising, things from space falling that are still kind of alive. Like, just, in one of the dead zones, there's a crater, and in it there's a large, like, multi-headed Hydra-looking thing with moth wings that's crawling on that's using its neck for hands, but crawled its way out, and it looks like it's some sort of lunar creature that died.
Yeah, I've just been sending repeated amounts of undead to slowly wear it down.
Yeah, there's a lot of monsters, like hydralisks that have set up shop.
Some of my followers are aeromancers, so they'll be conjuring rain and putting out fires.
Yeah. Jericho had to ground itself, and it has to reorganize a bunch of things about it. Someone brought out the body of the high priest of, or like the high worshipper of Peter's, or the Azazel's cult, and they've put his body on the throne they've put in front of the torn down shrine, and they're putting it on trial. Just like they did that one pope. They did do that. They did do a pope once. They dug him up and put him on trial for heresy.
Meanwhile,
They did a few times, actually, that same pope.
meanwhile, the city in the north is going to completely fall into bears.
Rawr.
Rawr. Rawr.
Bears.
Yeah, you haven't heard from them, because, calamities from the sky. You haven't heard from anyone. Dericho and your city. Yeah, people are missing, people are dying, there are crises going on all over the city. Food, medicine, healing, resources, housing. Like, the city was pretty big, but good housing needs to be found.
Mm-hmm.
Is your city give able to grow city back?
I can literally just do that, yeah.
Yeah. It just takes time.
Plus there's
away
fire and monsters, and I'm waiting for those to kind of filter out before I start building around
It's a
them.
lot like the Yarnum or whatever in Castlevania, when all the demons started falling from the sky. It went post-apoc fast. You got people breaking off that are flipping over cars and stuff, and spray
Looting,
painting, saying you
surviving.
guys did it.
I mean, they're not wrong.
You guys did it, and it was a dick move.
Not wrong.
That's their whole standpoint of being apostates. Do you want to smite them dead in front of the people they're rebelling in front of?
My vampires need to eat, so I mean...
Alright, so anyone who just senses killed violently.
They're just open, they're free game, basically.
Alright, anyone who doesn't love you is killed violently. Not you, General, not just Kevin's character.
This is a time of unity.
It is!
Purge.
You had Mark?
This is a time of unity. We need to come together. we don't need these disloyal people.
They is saying that as someone throws himself off a building onto a spike.
Why?
Defense strike.
Sad.
Suicide.
You look on Nicole's face, I didn't expect that.
Well, he'll come back as an Eastern, so that's okay. I don't want all my people to kill themselves because they'll just come back as an Eastern, though. Because I was like, that's what's going to happen if I don't keep a handle on it.
You gotta keep a hand on the wheel.
It's like,
There are offshoots of the cult of Fae like that.
I want Acerins. That's true.
And they
but
call themselves the Angel Summoners.
that's a really fucking cool title. I don't know, maybe I am on board with this.
They're an apostate version of your religion. They find people that don't worship Thea and kill them so they become Acerin.
That's pretty
Just
awesome.
like that cult in Ravenloft. There's a Doomsday Church of Ezra cult in Ravenloft that kills people so they can't come back as undead when the apocalypse happens.
It's also in Encalia.
Yeah, funnily enough. Kevin Crawford probably read Ravenloft.
Probably.
Because there's so much, Come on.
No shit.
Fuckers. Yeah, I don't know. No one's seen an Acerin in a while.
Really?
Yeah, not in the last few days. Not one in sight.
Oh.
Maybe they're all under one meteor.
Can I
Oh, you know where they are.
Oh. Are they in my place downstairs?
They're in a place, yes.
They went small, right?
No.
Oh, that would be cute if they were just like...
They were hiding inside of you in your hair.
Hide within my mustache.
Does anyone notice a lack of Acerins other than Thea, who knows where they are?
I mean, they were kind of just everywhere before, so it's pretty noticeable.
I have been feeling more at ease.
That fucking drunk isn't around.
Okay, but where are they?
They're underground.
Are
Do you want a scene where you go find them?
Yeah. Are they in like
Does anyone else look for Acerins?
Who would look for Acerins?
I'm just enjoying it while it lasts.
Bury them.
I mean, the Marquis is getting pretty sick of looking at all these staticky screens where his surveillance system once was, so he'll go along.
Alright, since no one else cared. Oh, Jesus Christ.
He's still got his Smurfs and other things to worry about. But
Alright.
problems.
It's completely, the camera's completely dark, and then light starts to peer through as you hear a crunching sound as you move the last boulders and debris out of the way to the bunker. It's a bunker that the Acerans used their wizard magic to build when they first got here. It's an Apocalypse Vault.
Smart.
Yeah, the door is shaped like your holy symbol, but with gearing and cogging on it, so it like seals like a Fallout vault. Alright, you two are in front of it, and like when like the light shines in on the door, it's like there's where they are. They're in that vault.
I wonder if they've
Mystery solved.
I wonder if they've resorted to cannibalism yet.
I'll put my hand on it. Boop, boop. Yeah.
It starts to open.
I would assume.
Alright, light filters in. This vault's pretty big. There's a couple, like 10, 20,000 people in here. Light filters in, and on the floor, and on like rafters, and on like like upper levels and stuff is like 10, 20,000 people, all in diving suits with like gas masks on to keep them insulated, with like hoses hooked up to walls and stuff. And they all at the same time turn to look at you in unison with like light reflecting off of the glass of their helmets. They're all holding their knees to their chest and rocking back and forth.
This really is like the end of the world all over again.
Excellent disaster instincts, everyone.
They all say in unison in Aceryn's voice, "Tuck and roll."
The main part of the danger has passed, though, so you can all come out and help with the relief efforts.
They all start getting up and unhooking their hoses and taking their helmets on and stuff.
Don't they all have summon water as a cantrip? They could have built so much help. So much help.
They do.
Those pieces of shit.
Some of the Acerys are like, alright, the surface world's going to be very different from what you remember it, or what you've been told about. They're heading in their suits and getting Aceryn clothes.
It's like weak.
They have like Fallout style
cartoons.
done
They're doing the therapy.
This is Detroit.
Let's take
This
a
is
dope
Detroit
test.
after the elimination.
Remember,
Detroit.
don't stare at the radioactive sun. With no ozone layer, your eyes may fry
Many,
the sun.
many of the non-faithful have probably turned cannibalistic and, more importantly, ungrateful.
That is true.
Be prepared for an unprecedented amount of snark
That is very true.
and blame shifting.
Yes.
Say a nods to them.
Remember your emotional crumple zones.
I'll rub some of their heads.
All their heads as they file out.
Yeah. It'll take a while to get.
Yeah. It's going to take a while. They'll filter out in an orderly fashion. Like in an airplane, from the back forward. One side of the aisle. That's where they were. They booked.
What a magical
Is
apocalypse.
that my song?
It's just a creepy song.
Kind of sounds like it's my
It
song,
was a bit of a lullaby.
right? Isn't that also the song that played when I contacted my son?
Yeah, actually, it kind of is. The music box song, too.
His terrible decision song.
It is excellent decision song.
The world will not be as you remember it. Okay, so Acerys are back. They popped that cork.
Unpacked themselves.
Yeah. That's something that was established too. If there's ever an apocalypse, they go somewhere where they can't be hurt and they just wait it out. They're 20th level wizards.
No, that deals with our water and food supply issue and our defense issue. And
I thought you were saying people just eat them.
I mean, we have infinite amount. We're gonna get another.
We're going to get another. Why was he a cyborg?
Like, no. Like, we will get another, but don't.
One of the many thousands of them does look like a bear.
It happens.
Smite the apostate?
Is he actually my...
You don't feel any worship in his bones.
I didn't think so! Get him!
Get who, Mum?
I'm gonna pick him up by the scruff of the neck.
What you doing with that Acerin?
Everyone! all Acerins, look here.
Alright, all 20,000 turn their head.
This is a bear, not an Acerin.
They're all like mumbling themselves. Well, if it says it's true, it must be true. You can't gainsay God.
Oh, there go all your fat, hairy Acerins.
Purge.
We believe you instinctually, but could you give us a bit of evidence for records?
I'll basically do a
Will you
breakdown.
pull his clothes off?
Well, yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, we got it, Mom. Yep. He was disguised.
He was literally just wearing Acerin clothes.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
In 20, huh?
Remember to always,
Technically 24 because they're elves.
Oh.
remember to always look at new Acerins naked to make sure that they are actually Acerins before you allow them into the city.
Well,
Mandatory saunas for all.
Yes. Bears are our enemy. And she'll,
You gonna eat that bear, Thea?
she'll crush his head and then give it to them. They can eat it.
It's
My
been so
child.
long since we've had meat.
It's been a fucking week, you
Bear's like, wait, Mom, I'm Acerin, Mom.
I have kids spam in the stores
I was
that
talking bear the whole time.
Oh, that's so cute.
Oh, now he's dead.
Me as Nicole, bears are my favorite animal.
Or the bear's probably trying to go like, Mom.
He's so cute.
I mean, he's
I
not making any sense
renounce
now.
Thea.
As they're walking away. Well, that's where all the honey went for the toast.
If you notice mysterious amounts of honey going missing, also look for bears.
We're a very diabetic Acerine.
Alright, city proper again. Or Derek Show if you want. How are you handling Derek Show, buddy?
What do you mean?
I mean,
Witch trials.
it's having some problems. Like, what are you
That's
doing
a
to make sure they're back on their feet to consolidate and stuff? What are you up to?
Well, I mean, I guess deal with the fires first.
Yeah.
And once that's all taken care of, what are their problems?
Lack of power, food, resources. They converted a lot of their tech into weapons during that purge.
Race riots.
The race riots, that's pretty big on the list, but
But I think he likes that.
That's kind of a B-list problem.
we'll let that play out. People are trying to defend, saying we shouldn't just purge 1/4 of the Pantheon's followers. That's wrong somehow. It's wrong, but I don't really have a way to articulate why.
I'm gonna let the marketplace of ideas handle this.
You fucker! I'm gonna let the marketplace of ideas.
So there was Nazis win.
Wow, it's amazing. It's a good line. That's a good line.
Do we have any kind of mobility at all?
No, they're gonna have to overhaul the whole city. So, yeah.
Yeah, I might need Azazel's help with this.
Not
Sure.
the markets.
Azazel's help.
I'm sure
Well,
he'll be
he
very
can do
inclined to
repair,
help you
right?
when he sees all this.
Azazel's help. The one you're specifically getting your worshippers to race riot and murder.
I'm not getting them to do anything.
You goddamn are. You did an entire speech like last
No, this
session.
is better. This is better.
It happened organically.
The marketplace of ideas. The invisible hand of progress, Nicole.
Fucking lord.
Alright, yeah, you can reach out to Azazel.
The fucking nerd.
Hey, Azazel,
Wow.
would you be able to help me fix the city?
Which one?
Derico.
Okay, what's wrong with it?
Basically everything.
Well,
It is broken to shit.
Well, a wise one, person once told me, ditch that ship. Look at Dylan.
What did I say? Who?
No, flashback to Foss, and no, don't try to fix that ship. It's broken,
Ah, there you go. You're giving Foss advice.
Yeah?
That's classic callback.
It's like, if it's broken, maybe it's not meant to be. Spread out, settle. Don't repeat the same mistake twice.
Oh, hey,
Yep.
I just realized, what about the volcano?
Which one?
There's so many of them.
The fat one.
The bat one? Oh.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we got to check in on there too.
I mean, it erupted.
Well, that takes care of that.
They're not dead. They're super dead.
They're fucking Pompeii.
They're
man.
fossilized.
I would consider it a huge personal favor.
Well, if that's how you want to solve this, sure. So, Epistle was already leaving the whole city because, like, fuck this shit, time to spread out. I guess he can make his way over to Dericho.
Yeah, all right, you go to Dericho. The one machine are still in Dericho too. They're the Shatter Dome is I think up and running at this point if you spent Dominion on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's up and running. They're ready to start planning out your your barge, your Grand Mal.
Yeah, I've got the plans for it.
Awesome. All right, you arrive in Dericho. There's not a lot of your worshippers here, and there's also not a lot of your temple here.
Well, I guess I arrived with my entourage of my, goatlings. Like, well, what's wrong with the temple? Let's check it out. I wasn't getting any readings on that.
I wasn't getting any reads. I maybe got knocked loose in the scuffle. It looks like a Warhammer 40k Chaos God repaint.
Nice.
Where it's covered in spikes and dead you worshippers, and like all of your stuff's been defamed. All the phallic imagery's been circumcised.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Well, I like the aesthetic, but why the face?
It looks bigger this way.
I mean, it does. Well, so how do I solve this being defaced issue?
Punish the people who did it?
Kill it like the rest. It sounds like it's been broken.
Yeah.
What do we do with things what do we do when we fall down, Miss Hazel?
Well, get all the wealth back.
Get all the wealth back. Yeah, they've gone full on.
Yeah,
Turn it into a living flesh shrine.
Who the fuck did that? Who'd start hacking up Christian artifacts to sell them for gold?
Everyone?
Vikings.
Everyone. They've gone full on everyone with that. Your temple's been looted. Or survived. However you want to look at it.
Huh.
Why don't you work on the engines, and I'll go get a mop and bucket or something.
You walk up and you're focusing on the wrong thing!
Also, just gonna say, not to, speak for Devin or anything, but some of your people are probably getting murdered that you brought with you.
I was gonna mention if they got out of sight of you and we're like, oh, I'm gonna go drink or something. It was all like, shh, down.
I mean, they are high hit die elite.
Lot of
things.
people, and they are high hit elite monsters. So it's quite a scuffle. It's quite a goddamn scuffle. But this is D&D and numbers.
Hmm.
Numbers and superior tech.
I mean, they will blood like water. They can overwhelm things.
God almighty, right?
Yeah. Well, I guess I just collapse this temple into my dragon horde. Just leave it there so they can't loot it anymore because my dragon horde cannot be looted.
You put a sign that says horde.
Just, a giant heap of what once was. There. Solved. What's broken here?
Power's offline. Engines don't work. Deflector could use a little tune-up.
Let's see. Where's my...
Lobotominger kind of walks by as you're talking to him. I wouldn't deign to interrupt a meeting of two divinities, but he gives you like a little list.
Okay. Is it a list of everything that's broken?
Yeah, and also a list of things that he can improve while he's here.
Pass that on.
Okay.
They're asking you to spend some time in improving the engine so they can be more mobile.
Jeez. If only connect those two together.
Connect what together?
Like, them, killing everyone here.
I mean, that's pretty easy to do.
It's as Ace was looking about.
What's your int?
10.
Oh.
That's my dump stat.
I assumed you'd be smart.
The super inventor is.
He's a goat person.
Wow.
He's a tinkerer.
Almost every NPC you know is smarter than him.
That's...
Lothar has a higher number. That's terrifying.
Oh no!
I mean, you're also
Azazel.
capable of hearing prayer all the time, so at any point, your goat people could have been like, "Oh my God, they're killing us."
On the other hand, if you said if there was any group of worshippers that wouldn't bother actually praying for deliverance from that, it would be Azazel's.
Yeah. Party, man.
And, like, sing
Death
a
is
swim
meaningless. We'll get reborn anyway.
This is hardcore.
It'd be like one of his worshippers is looking at some art on the wall as the snipers line up and shoot him in the head a few times, like from different angles. He's like, "This is a picture you, if you look at, you die. Antique Roadshow." It's a picture of like a scary doll, and the description is doll that if you look at, you die. $300.
I guess I'll spend some influence on this to fix it up. And then Lucas says how much the minion maybe it would cost eventually.
Probably improbable amounts of work need to be done to get this up and running, and impossible to make it like superior.
I mean, I've got faultless repair, which means I can repair magical, things.
Oh, yeah, if you just want to do it fast.
I'll give it. I've got enough influence to
Sure.
fix it up.
Alright, the city starts pulling itself back together pretty quick.
Thanks. I owe you one.
That you do. That you do. That's good.
It's not snowing around here anymore. There's no more snow on the ground. It's more like tar and burning magma and like cooled like rock, porous rock everywhere. You haven't seen a tree in a few days.
Fertility.
Ah, yeah, there you go. Whoop.
Yeah. I mean,
There's no sky anymore either. The sky is covered with like volcanic clouds.
Oh, right.
It's raining burning ash.
That reminds me. The Marquis has to gather all his vampires up for a meeting.
Oh, all right. Let's cut to that while you guys are doing Dericho stuff. Lobotomringer's like, "Good work, sir. You really brought your counterpart under heel."
I wouldn't describe the relationship that way.
No, he like points to the temple, which is yin yang kind of shaped, and it shows how they're like moving it so that you're at the top of it now, and like they're also making the part that you take up more. And he takes up a smaller piece of the yin pie.
Squish.
You're subsuming your maleness. Just like the prophecies foretold.
Well,
We had the focus groups who have some prophecies.
Who am I to argue with prophecy?
You're literally God.
We're all chained to the whims of fate. All of this has happened before.
Literally.
So, we cut to the Marquis' lair.
Yeah. With Necron 4 just kind of risen up in the background, he's been eyeing up areas that he's wandered before.
A lot of vampires are in, like, work gear because they've been doing stuff.
Well, it seems our time has come. The sky is ablaze. Our enemy, the sun, nowhere to be seen. The world is in chaos. People are frightened and lost and desperate for guidance. And that is where you, my children, come in.
They're all like, eternal night! Eternal night! The world is a buffet!
Yes, my children of eternal night. I want you to spread out across this land. Seize power where you can. Followers. Establish bases. Those who do the best. Those who amass the most power, I shall grant a city under your lordship.
So it's a contest to see who can turn this place into a chattel house the fastest?
Not a chattel house. I expect you to uphold my rule, my divinity.
You want us to make sure there's more of them to worship you?
Yes. Spread my word.
Okay. Monsters open up
Oh.
this dragon-blooded breeding camp.
I was gonna say, oh buddy, breeding camps is what's gonna happen now.
I mean, a lot
Cattle
of
ranches.
his stuff is about treating people as people, not as just juice boxes. That's his entire religion.
Well, I mean, people are below us, therefore.
I mean, they are on the.
They got ways to manipulate that. They're good.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
Like,
They got ways to edge case that. It's like, no, we're going to put them up on racks so they're blood bags, and we constantly cycle their blood out. We're going to hook their minds into a matrix.
Smite.
I remember
That's
that.
what you wanted. We treat them like people.
when we were starting the game,
Pleasantville.
we were talking about like the morality of our characters, what they would and wouldn't do. And one of the things I remember Marquis was paying down of things I wouldn't do was like, blot out the sun and bring in eternal night.
I mean, I didn't purposely do it, but it happened.
I didn't purposely do the thing I purposely did, and it did happen.
Any more tricky bullshit like that, and I will smite you where you stand. He kind of waves his finger about to the crowd.
One of the vampires raises their hand.
Yes.
They had for a big oil painting they had done of what looks like what looks like an IKEA across the mini mall where the people go in, they pay by putting their hands on palm pads that drains their blood a bit, goes into blood vaults.
That's brilliant. Yes, we'll go with that.
All right, there's no exit.
The face
Eventually, the people just sleep on the bed displays, and we have thousands of them.
That's just a city.
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
there's no door, so you don't have to ask for entrance.
I always make sure you have a fire exit, but yes, that will do.
It's like an IKEA. They only build 3/4 of the room, so you just you go find you nap there. It's 3/4 of a room. You don't need entry for that. You need to ask permission to enter that abode. It's not an abode. Or an abode.
Fucking brilliant.
Yeah, a giant apartment city basically, but it's an IKEA. So yes, go out in a year, a few months. I shall go out and see those of you who have impressed me the most, and I shall grant you your own city. Your lordship for you and your kind. All your childhood.
They're all clapping. They're all drinking blood. There's like stuff going on. It's a party.
Excellent. Yeah, that's it. Go out, seize power.
All right, they're gonna break and start skittering into the corners of the world to vampirize it.
Very good. I've had like surveillance screens up for like just everywhere. Has there been any sign of like people still being alive outside of the city?
There's signs here and there. It's just they're going through the same stuff you're going through, but don't have gods to help.
Oh no.
Yeah, I think my people are definitely going to be on refugee duty once the basic starts in the city here.
Exactly. I'm not going to send my people out until our base of operations is safe. But once it is safe and stable, then we're going to send people out.
Oh, that
I'm
does.
sending them out right away because like fuck being in a centralized place that could be hit by something.
Actually, that does remind me. The Marquis reaches back to take a dial and slowly turn up the brightness of the city so that it like shines into the night sky.
Fucking pillars of light.
See, for me, it's not fuck being in one place where you could be hit. It's if you don't care about the worshippers you already have and demonstrate that you don't give a fuck if they die, then what is to incentivize further people to join your religion? My thing is like, oh, worshippers, I'm saving you, and you're great, and I love you and stuff, and that makes people looking on be like, oh, that's a good religion. Being like, oh, these people are dying, but fuck you, I'm gonna go get new ones anyways.
Well, it's like, hey, this is this one city that we're only protecting, and if you're living anywhere else in the world...
Yeah, our worshippers are protected. That's the message it sends.
I actually sent out my guys before this all went down.
You did. You haven't heard back from it.
Can I use like the perceive the petitioner or whatever?
Yeah.
To kind of figure out what's going on with them?
Yeah, he seems to be in a village somewhere under a blotted out sky. Looks like asleep.
Okay.
Like you can perceive around him. He's like bandaged up and is unconscious, and then in like a hospice bed with a bunch of other people.
Okay. How under control do we have the city right now?
Another week, and you should probably have all of the gas line explosions stopping. And you took a pretty hard stance on people who disagreed with you and murdering them on sight, so... Not a lot of uprising.
Yeah, and now that we don't have as many vampires here, there's not going to be as much of an issue with people being lethargic and weakened, so...
Sleepy.
Yeah, sleepy.
Oh, I caught night city sleepiness. It's just a thing you get by being around the lights all the time.
Yeah.
Having a computer monitor on in your bedroom makes you more restless. It's just a vampire.
It just lives under your bed.
Yeah. Drinking your blood. So that's where what was his name? What was your guy's name?
Rufio.
Rufio.
I also sent out Yan too.
Where did you send out Yan to again?
I send them both to Nocturnus.
Right.
Rufio was with the magical girls.
Right. He didn't, I know they were with the magical girls. They didn't make it to Nocturnus.
The thing happened.
Is Nocturnus even there anymore? Because Jesus Christ.
They had a fair amount of tech and were undisturbed, so they did a lot better.
Good for them.
Yeah.
Good for the undead.
Yan is out in a burned out petrified forest somewhere trying to he's using his butterfly wings to put out fires. Small fires.
Good for him.
I should tend to my Smurfs. Fix them up.
Oh yeah, so when you get the Smurfs after a week, that pillar you left them on with the moat around it, lava filled it up and solidified and kind of went back up to water level, so it didn't overflow, but the pillar filled up with lava.
So now they're no longer a pillar.
Yeah, it's more like a gentle slope, and there's little skeletons in the lava. It looks like ants. They were going into the burning lava and dying over and over to spill out until there was a little dead little worshiper path.
That's metal, but why?
The little Pikmin have carved off parts of the tree.
Yeah.
They've taken cuttings of it and stuff, and they've spread away from it.
Yeah, I mean, I still wanted them to start doing that. Well, the last has been, laid bare. Time to spread out, I guess. And so, there's no longer unity around. We don't need to contain it. So I guess I'd have to unlock some chakras in the tree to let it propagate and make more of itself. And
yeah, so they're all within a 5-10 minute walk of each other. But they're really small. But they've set up their own little saplings to keep them alive, and they've set up little tribes around the original tree.
I mean, yeah. I will be spending Dominion to spread this forest around.
Right.
Spread them around.
They're so tiny.
And teach them that, hey, all this bad thing came from this city over there on the horizon that's glowing.
Don't go there.
For the city of metal and, stone, yeah. Shy away from technology.
Oh god, I had a film crew over there when all the shit went down as well.
I think they've been murdered.
Yeah, that's probably a found footage horror film right there.
For what?
The documentary crew I sent over to the forest before everything went
Oh,
down.
you find their bones.
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
They got swarmed, and they're one of the tribes is using their skeletons as their new base for the tree.
That's expected.
Yeah. Give them a nemesis. Give them the crimson.
The tiniest little guys.
Oh no, I'm so threatened.
Don't-
Stepping on
don't
them.
swarm.
No, just send
Pikmin
one.
now.
Just send one Dalek vampire.
Send them some blankets.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, let's help them.
Jesus.
I mean, I can help you with that, but do we want to set this precedent? I don't actually.
No.
It's better if we're not the ones killing Azazel's worshippers, so then when he noticed that Mattel's doing it, he might join our side.
Oh,
We're
that's how
killing
we're doing it.
Mattiel now?
Okay.
What's going on?
Mattel seems to be betrayed right now. This is out of character. Thea doesn't know it at all, but...
Mattel seems a little less trade than others.
I guess my approach maybe to solving all this death problem would be to listen to my little bugs that tells me of some things that are immune to death, the goblins, and I guess I should start looking out for them to start integrating the bloodline.
I mean, do you have anyone you want to talk to about that?
Did you hear that? About them being in the south or
I
something?
mean, do you have any smart people that you know that you want to talk to? Any guys, any people? Do you have any NPCs to bounce off of me here, buddy?
I think we'd have to make some.
Okay. Well, you
How
know
about Papa
people in the
Smurf?
north.
So I mean...
Smurfs have been alive for 2 weeks. They don't know anything about the world.
Most of the people who know about the world are fucking dead.
So you mean Elder Guard people?
Elder Guard people. You can go find some of the Jolier, alright?
you could definitely talk to an Acer and they would know, but it would get back to me. So...
Now there's an Acer on a hill nearby who's on his belly with binoculars just watching the tribes writing stuff down. Mostly it's him drawing pictures of them holding hands.
Yeah, so yeah, I guess let's check out on Elder Guard. Let's see how
Elder Guard wouldn't know dick about this. They're not from the future. You're trying to uncover future things.
Huh. Derecha then, I guess.
Who?
Derek
Derecha?
Oh yeah, they are.
They're from the future.
Alright. You appear back in Dericho.
Hey, Dericho, what do you think about me creating goblins? Oh!
So there aren't that many, so you could turn
There's
to...
all the Jolierites. They live in giant pyramids.
What?
Also Necropolis, or
Nocturnus.
Nocturnus, rather.
I mean, I haven't seen Nocturnus or whatever.
I haven't been there. Probably doesn't exist.
We could go there.
Probably
I
the
kind of
people
need to.
who were living in the cavern, probably not there anymore. So they would be the people to ask, but, you know, it's on fire and filled with lava right now. So
Yeah. Hey, Tallbringer.
Lobotobringer.
Lobotobringer. Close enough. Hey, in your other version's library, I heard about some goblins. You might know anything about them.
No, I don't know anything about those, God. I speak only truths.
you have to say that. You're clearly lying.
Hey, Blasphemous Codex, tell us about the goblins.
It shows a little picture of like just black outlines that moved in swarms like water and just depopulate areas.
You sure you don't remember anything about them?
That seems like expanded universe fiction, my counterpart made. Probably something to do with how much he hated women. I wouldn't touch it. It probably wouldn't focus well with the audience. God. He's saying his panic button he has on his hip to let Mattail know that Azazel's within 5 feet of him.
Okay. Oh my
He was
god.
hitting that the entire time you guys were talking earlier, and he was there. Like, he walked up to you, and as soon as you got within 5 feet, he was hitting the button.
What the fuck did he ever do to them?
Nothing.
Shit.
They're just gross.
They're just gross.
Okay, well, I'll come join them.
Oh, what a coincidence. God is here.
Another god.
Yes.
Hey, Mathiel, do you know anything about these things? Because Tallbringer apparently doesn't know what other Tallbringer knew.
Lobotobringer. Different character.
So
Like
you
Luke
say.
Sabot.
Lobotobringer, are you sure you don't know anything about this? Maybe you might have forgot?
It's possible. You should hit me on the head so I remember.
I'll give him a light tap.
Does it kill him?
No.
He was hoping to die.
Yeah. You just resurrect him later. You can do
He
that.
wanted to explode.
I'm pretty sure. He's like 90% sure you can bring him back from the dead.
We owe Azazel a favor.
Oh! Oh. In that case, I have this to grant upon you, divinity.
Well,
It's a scroll. That gives you and your entourage 5 nights in our most impressive penthouse suite in the executive district of town.
For some reason, I thought it was just going to be Goblin hentai when you opened it. This is better.
Favor repaid.
Genie?
I don't think he knows anything.
He's clearly brain damaged.
You want to smite him a little?
a little bit of cancer.
Wait, what the hell?
Well,
Awful lot of tumors in my stomach now.
You have future people in your pantheon, you know, who know about these things.
probably.
Oh, why do I have so much cancer in my stomach and bones?
Yeah, you're specifically refusing to see the fact that Mattail is doing a race war against your worshippers. But you won't even talk to us about goblins because you're so suspicious of us. I guess it makes sense because you're a past person if you hate future people or something, but like...
Yeah, after the last show, it's like, yeah, I don't think I'll be hanging out in the city anymore.
I'll go with more ancient beliefs, like libertarianism.
The Rand solution. Oh no, our society caught fire. Well, is there any cure to this cancer that's in my stomach and bones now, God?
Can I bring him back?
Do you have a gift to bring him back from the dead?
No.
You have freedom, you
You
can
have
excise
cloning
the
tech.
cancer.
Oh, they have cloning tech. You could clone him.
It's not really the same though.
It's not quite the same. Did that not repay the favor? Seeing as I got cancer after I tried to do it. Well, alright. If the Nemesis is going to torture it out of me, in front of God, I suppose I will do not have no choice but to give him what he wants.
Please do.
Powerless, though God seems to be.
The fucking yin yang.
I asked you to tell him.
The other way.
Okay. I asked you to tell him. Alright, so there are things like that existed, and they were the worst.
Where do they exist?
Oh, they just kind of showed up one day. What am I, a historian? They
Well-
were everywhere, and they were the worst. Even they said they were the worst. Large parts of them that were intelligent enough asked us not to try to preserve them and bring them back with us so they wouldn't ruin the past and future.
Wait, I remember you telling that if you were thinking about it, they might come back because they're so prolific. So if thinking about them more,
Oh,
you
they
bring
might
them
actually
back.
hatch from your thoughts. Fucking goblins. Fucking goblins.
Kill him.
How do we incubate that? That thought.
What? He's like stammering. Like, I don't know what you're asking.
Hello, your cancer with the brain. Maybe like try to miracle.
He's giving me more brain cancer.
Trying to miracle a goblin into existence with his thoughts about them. With
He's
fertility.
gonna take out his strychnine and start injecting it into the tumors. He's just gonna go ahead and immaculately intervene in that contraception. And that conception there. Okay, look, if you want to know more about goblins because you're terrible, why don't you just go talk to the Joliarites?
They don't know more.
They're past people, wizard scientists.
And aren't you?
Not really. Not the same way they are.
Well, I might just do that. I guess I exercise the tumor out of him.
Oh boy.
Mercy has been granted.
I'm gonna be shitty about this for a few days.
Oh no. I go to the Joliarites.
Oh boy. Oh boy. So what, you're gonna go to where they were?
Yeah.
If anyone recalls on the map, they were in the middle of a giant lake in the southwest, near the Hyper-Elf territory. In a bunch of arcology pyramids, they'd all linked together because they couldn't stand to be around each other in one building. When you get there, many of those pyramids are gone, and the lake is drained and gone.
I'll come with you in case you get into trouble.
Sure.
The area surrounding the lake has like remnants of arcology pyramids that have crashed down. Some of them are floating above and have unfurled flower-like with all their different walls and stuff to create like anchored platforms of like observation decks. And you see like signs that they've like flown away. There are some still around.
Well, go to them.
All right, there's one covered in bodies and spikes that has meat moss growing out of it. There's one that is constantly folding into itself and out of itself like it's a fourth dimensional object, like a tesseract. There's one that is on fire, like it's just on fire, like a candle. All of it. There is one that has ants crawling over it, trillions and trillions of tons of ants. And there is one that looks perfectly normal, but when you get close, you realize that it's two-dimensional. No matter what way you look at it. Pick.
Let's go to the ants one.
Trillions and trillions of tons of ants.
I'm fine with that.
Okay, it's a perfect pyramid floating in the air with so many ants on it that it's made landing struts out of ants to the ground and has made like landing pads made of ants that are all linked together where they're like putting material and structures on. They're using the ants to build out.
That's nice.
So you touch down and like the ants are like leaving footprints where you're walking.
That's nice. Yeah, I'm okay with that because that's teaming life. I'm all about that shit.
Yeah, you want to look closely at one of the ants?
Sure.
You get closer and closer. The ants are 3 dots, like 3 little spears, all with a happy face carved on them, with tinier dots with happy faces carved on them, connecting to them, and little pincers that are a series of happy faces that are like half sickles.
So are they constructs or are they...
They're alive.
Okay.
Their blood are tiny dots of blood full of happy faces.
Interesting.
Whenever they
design.
walk or snap, they make a little... So there's a low rumble of... whenever you walk or go near them.
Couldn't have gone with fire.
Very interesting design.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
There are large people and humanoid shapes of ant piles walking towards you.
Nice.
They're wearing like actual clothes made of cloth and the Joliarite mask and stuff. Little gloves. But like you can see that they're just coming up from the ant pile.
Hey there, Joliarites.
So, you... Oh, yeah. You're the Type 2 divinities.
What's type 1 and type 2?
Oh, Type 1, they point to where the Tree Island would be or where the Fox Island would be. And you're everything else.
Yes. I was sent here because I'm looking for some information that you might...
They stutter a lot. Like, they have different mouths coming out of their necks and faces and stuff. Precognitive, that's the word.
Perfect. So, what's the answer then?
They pull out a cube from like the ant pile and give you a cube.
What's
Open. There's one side.
I was so hoping it would explode. Oh my god.
Oh no.
There's one side that says "Open away from yourself and ants."
Perfect. I think that's here.
They're like waiting for you to open it.
No matter what direction you open it in, there's ants.
Pandora's
No.
box.
You open the box.
Sure, I open it away.
All right. A geyser, like you know when not a water main, but a fire hydrant is tapped and like spouts out geysers of hard pressed water.
Yep.
That, but custard.
Custard.
A lot of pressure behind it.
Good thing I'm strong. I taste the custard.
It's good. It's average.
Well,
Joliarites are all licking their lips. They're made of ants.
would you like some?
Oh, yeah, I don't mind if we do.
Sweet, like
Put their hands in, just kind of soaks in. Yeah, it like blood, it goes up their bodies into the hole of them as they're traveling it down.
Just take some smear across their face to feed the other parts.
Oh, gross. This is getting off.
This is getting bad.
You're my kind of people.
The custard box has been delivered.
You're like, now, will the custard hatch into goblins, or...?
What? No, who'd want that?
So, where are the goblins?
Who? What?
I said, look in the box. I came here with the goblins.
Goblins, not dairy. Okay, easy enough mistake to make.
I heard they're similar.
I thought it was going to be a guy or a goblin. There's back in there.
They point to one of the broken pyramids. If you go in there, there should be some in cryo.
Perfect.
Assholes brought goblins to the past?
Cool then, it's a backup.
What if someone else brought goblins and we wouldn't have goblins to defend ourselves?
Yeah.
Goblins don't defend
That just
anything!
raises more questions.
Well, I guess I go there.
Bye!
Bye. Such nice people.
If you say so.
They might have little things. They're tessellating.
They're made of tiny things.
I think the ant person's pretty damn cool. In real life, it would be terrifying.
You just start throwing up.
But, like, it's pretty cool. Like, I've seen little videos of the ants, like, building bridges.
Yeah.
It's really cool that they do that.
Lothar originally was quite perturbed by the Joliarites with the idea they were playing God with other people with their experiments, but he can never make that call ever again and not just die of shame. So,
Well, now I'm a hypocrite.
you have 100 points of hypocrisy damage.
See, they're a little too small to support a soul individually. On a collective, they're better, but, you know, you're way better off with building bigger units so that they can have individual souls in them. That's what I did.
He says to you.
Yeah, Mattia. As we're going into the pyramid.
Yeah, it's a crashed, burned out pyramid. There's signs of struggle and violence everywhere. Melted metal, bodies, destruction.
Perfect. Yeah, just go in.
Alright. Yeah, you'll have to go through here for a while. There's a lot of horrors and weird things. The stuff doesn't make sense. And then eventually, yeah, there's a large cryo vault that's been like broken open and stuff
Okay.
from the inside.
Ooh. So, I guess we go in and see what's...
Large tanks that could hold things, bigger than an elephant, bigger than a whale, that have all broken open and have like goo that poured out of them and like signs that things escaped and stuff. And in the back, under some boxes of ice cream that have melted, are a few luggage to footstool-sized cryo chambers.
Cool. Start looking through them.
Like you gotta open them.
Fine. Crack. Open.
So what are these goblins anyways?
A single hand starts crawling itself over the rim. It's about hobbit-sized, sand-colored, skin that's kind of rough and papery, blunt, large incisors and canines that come out of its mouth in an over and underbite, big bulbous eyes, nails that are talons.
You know how with life, you live and you die? Well, from what I heard, they live and they die and they live again.
And why do you want them?
How many of your people have died in this cataclysm? Imagine if they wouldn't. Ever. Or say, you take 1 million of these and put them in the Hyperelf forest. The Hyperelves wouldn't be able to deal with them. It'd swarm them.
And how do you deal with them if they get out of control?
Why would you get out of control? They're perfect.
For reference, those sounds from here as you were arguing was him pulling some of the circuitry out of the cryo vault and eating it whole. Like his teeth are just going right through it. And then he threw up liquid metal, and now the metal is starting to sprout mushrooms.
See? Perfect in every way.
You the boss?
I'm the boss.
He like puts his hand on you. No.
And you're my chosen.
He like pulls some of the hair or skin off of your arm and kind of goes, oh. No, that's not right.
Well, it's not right.
He's like reaching out to Matael to like pull some of your skin or your arm hair off.
Take a step back.
What you looking for?
I don't know. Where am I?
You
This isn't the forest.
Now, someone has taken you. I've taken you back.
Are you visitors?
No, I'm from here. You're the visitors.
I've been abducted.
Exactly.
This is a lab.
Yep.
Did you abduct my boss?
Who was your boss?
The word.
Goblin King.
My Goblin King. My boss.
Well, let's look around for your boss.
Alright. He starts pulling wires out of places and chewing on it.
I guess.
You do seem like your kind of people.
And also started eating some metal. Mom?
So, what are you guys? You seem like big weirdos.
We are. I must say so.
You're not really wearing happy masks.
We're not jolly, alright.
That's He's looking around at the destruction. That tracks. It tracks. It tracks.
Facts.
Tracks. It tracks. It makes sense. It's neat.
That tracks means,
That makes sense.
yeah, that makes sense. Like you can
Oh.
If
understand.
someone says
what
that
the-
tracks, it means that makes sense or that is logical.
Yeah, you can understand the progression of where it got there.
Okay. Well, let's find you your Goblin King. Take it on his shoulder and just go back to Jolly Rice to ask about the Goblin King.
Well, there's more vaults down.
Well,
Yeah.
oh, stop cracking them open.
Now, another goblin. This one is sandy, just like he is, but has an extra arm coming out of his chest cavity that has an eye on it that fires a small laser out.
Neat. They come in different shapes. We
No, he's
work
my brother.
Yes,
We came from the same hive.
that tracks.
Hey! High five each other.
Open more.
Another one. This one has black skin and it secretes oil and just kind of slides across the floor. That's my mom.
Hi, Mom. More.
Yeah, there's like a dozen in here.
Okay.
Yeah, eventually you find one that looks a little different. It looks more human-y. It looks actually like a hobbit, but with like chest hair and arm hair, and long, luscious Gaston locks, and like it looks like how werewolf people look like all buff and hot in fiction now, like Jacob. This guy looks like that, but for hobbits, like a bestial hobbit.
Okay.
Oh God! Like, did you abduct us?
No, we're just saving you. The Jolly Rides.
What? Oh, you killed them all. All right, that tracks. Yeet. All right. And like all it does is like boss. They all start putting their hands on it. Things like, like makes a whistling sound. They all line up like Pikmin.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you for you rescued us. I don't got money.
Well, you can repay me in other ways.
Oh my God, that went fast. That went that fast. Did we crash on like a war world and now we're being sold into slavery?
Well,
Like the bad kind? There is a bad kind.
nah.
Alright, great.
Well, the world got broken.
Yeah, I know, I was there.
It got broken again after they... Okay. The people in the future decided the world was too broken.
Yeah.
So they
Was
went
there
back
for
to
that.
past
Yeah,
before
I
it
was
was
there
broken.
for that.
Before it was broken.
Yeah, fuck them.
And then they broke it again.
Alright, well, fuck them. They're in the past. Can't hurt us.
You're also in the past.
Why? Oh, no, he's looking at his goblins throwing up all over the place and like chewing on the metal, and like some of them are like picking up mushrooms off the ground and eating them. It's like, why?
Because they abducted you.
Their loss. Their world. Well, what are you? You some kind of wizard monster? Wizard alien?
The Jolly Rides called us Type 2 divinities.
Oh, fuck me. Alright, cool. Takes off his old glasses. Well, you've made a grave mistake and you haven't killed us all, so cool. Cool.
Well, I'll need some of you as worshippers.
Oh, yeah, I bet. Yeah. Give it some time.
Don't worry, I can grow you back to strength.
One of the goblins runs up. Hey, boss, I found this, and it's an egg that's sand colored with like a little goblin face on it. Yeah, I wouldn't worry too much about that. Where'd you find it? I found it inside me.
My kind of people.
Tracks.
Booze? I think it's something giant.
Yeah, I like booze.
Yeah.
So I'm an electrical engineer. Do you guys have electricity?
Some, yeah.
Is it energon based?
I think that's the default.
Oh, cool. You know what energon is. All right. Come on, guys. Let's go. You got it, boss.
Okay.
Where are we going? You got some sort of cave or village?
Well, you can establish anywhere.
You don't have a place.
Our place is a bit desolate, and I don't think you want to be there. There's vampires everywhere. And so on.
That makes sense. That tracks. Some turners came back, didn't they? Okay, so you're... I didn't catch your name.
It's all the goat-headed.
And, lady?
I'm leaving.
Matteo.
Oh, alright. What are you guys all about? Boss, I found something. Just that's a hand up to you guys. What'd you find? Like, picks up a dead goblin corpse that's like been emaciated and dried out. It's like, put it back where you found it. The goblin's already biting into its neck. Throws it away.
You know how the Marquis kind of blew up the world?
Yeah.
I feel like this might be worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It could be worse.
Yeah, good job on that one, guys. He says, the Goblin King says, king of his people.
It's gonna be fine. So,
What are you all about? I'd asked that before I was interrupted.
Dancing and freedom.
Neat.
fertility.
Also swords.
Neat.
And Sky.
Yeah,
forgot
goes
Sky.
without saying.
Fertility, artifice, dragon stuff, partying,
Is
booze.
this what dragons look like now?
Well, some of us. I'm half dragon.
He's like looking at all of you. Okay.
What part's the dragon?
Alright.
The big pearly part.
His eyes go down.
Oh no. Oh no, it's that kind of slavery. Yeah. We'll. He keeps trying to get rid of that crack in his voice the other goblins have, because he's talking to not goblins, so he changes his lingo. Yeah, sure, we'll worship you. Whatever. We're easy like that. You want human sacrifice or blood, torture, self-scarification? What's your deal?
Party.
Party.
Buddy, your thing isn't partying. Your thing is spending a long time on things that need lots of concentration for more than 1 second.
Your thing is Minecraft.
Your thing is not, but they cannot focus at all. You're gonna have a hard time with the 9 hours of worship your religion needs.
They'll be fine. We'll start it full of riddling. We're gonna make it grow on trees.
Just a fucking like the Gem Hadar, they just have the thing hooked up into their nose on their backpack. Catch your cell white. It's just riddling. Okay, well, lead us to your cave hole that you have, because you clearly don't have a village. You were saying.
Sure, let's lead them.
He makes a whistle, and they all line up behind him like Pikmin, and it's like, all right, you only
I'll
have
just
so
take
much
them to
time before they
Jericho.
lose focus.
We're not taking it.
Yeah, there were 12. There's like 15 now.
Perfect. I'll just make some hole for them to settle somewhere safe.
The one with the hand in his eye, the hand grabbed his shoulder, started to pull, and now like a shoulder and a bit of a torso is coming out of his stomach.
Perfect. Well, let's make them a little village.
Where will that village be on the map?
I mean, there'll be many pockets probably of it, so probably somewhere in the north in the desolate place.
Somewhere in the north near where you guys live. Perfect.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, we found all these tiny people, and we ate them.
Don't think yourself
I'm gonna get another, right? Poplar
You can
style.
always blend them in together.
Isn't there a terrible island you can put them on?
There's many terrible islands.
This planet is a terrible island.
But the one with the Gand.
That's not an island. That's a
Gand
kind of a
is-
peninsula. And
Yeah.
also, it doesn't really matter where you put them because
Yeah,
they'll
they're gonna go
find
everywhere.
they sometimes turn
They'll
into
spread.
mushrooms and spores, so the spores will get onto the main
Oh
one.
yeah, their skin flakes and stuff are infectious.
Perfect.
You'll come back to this cryo chamber in like a couple months, and it'll be covered in like a thick carpet of fungus and stuff, and goblins will be popping off of them.
Nice.
Have we finished your dark work?
I mean, that's a seed. And then it'll grow. It's a mighty tree. And then some more in the forest. We'll see how it goes.
Y'all got trees out here?
Some, still.
I haven't seen a tree forever.
Sprout.
Oh, wow, you're magic. Alright.
Time to divinity.
One of the goblins walks up to the trees and starts to chew into it. It has blood! Give me your blood, tree!
Perfect little vampire. Rest of the hair.
Yeah, they're gonna lose focus real fast if we don't do whatever it is you want to do.
I mean, you know, I just want them as a template, so I can use that as a Dominion project later on or something.
Oh, okay, so where are we gonna set up? You're just gonna set up as a village and just let us live amok? We're gonna need, we don't really need it, but, access to food and water would,
Fertility.
Oh, and just luscious,
Yeah.
giant crops, chickens that lay 37 eggs a day,
Yeah.
giant fucking watermelons that are in the shape of houses.
Yeah. All of that. I mean, that's easily.
There's an awful lot of sugar and protein in this village. Okay.
Yes.
Well, all right. I guess. What, do you want a statue of you or something?
I guess I'll.
Make one with artifice. Oh, you made it for us. All right. Cool.
Well, you need to consecrate it, so which means I'll have to pay you for the service, and I'm gonna use my dragon.
Yeah, but I'm an electrical engineer.
You'll manage, wouldn't you?
I'm gonna put some lights on it. I went to school for electrical engineering. I did not go to school for architecture.
School?
I'm a Goblin King.
I'm not here. Just like,
How long until next Goblin Kings hatch? How often do you guys hatch like that?
Oh, buddy, that's a really big question. We have to hit critical mass, and then we have to run into a food shortage. Sometimes when we go to auto-cannibalism, one will get hatched. I don't know, there's a bunch of conditions. Do you not have a monster manual on you?
Pulls out the Blasphemous Codex.
I don't know what that is. That seems like it's third-party material.
fucking Acer in here.
Yeah, I don't know, check Monster Manual 2 or 3. It details it all.
Perfect.
We need more goblins to get a Goblin King. I'm the only Goblin King right now because there's only like 16, 17 goblins.
Fertility. Starts sprouting them into more and more like little...
Alright, so they start tearing apart this place you built and start building a giant beehive.
Perfect.
And they start layering the honeycombs with honey that is just them throwing up into it, processing food, and there's stings inside of it.
Yes, Matteo?
Oh, nothing.
You like swords?
I do like swords.
I did some fencing in college.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah. It's pretty good. I took bronze. Bronze. It's like the hive's going up.
I'm not really here for conversation.
Fair. I'm sure we'll be talking in the future, or if not me, I'm sure you'll be talking about me or us in the future. Anyway, we gotta get working because now we have enough material, and I guess we're in our breeding cycle now because you have god magic. So we have a lot of spawn to plant in the ground.
Fair.
So go away, God.
So, like, not gonna lie, I both love and hate goblins. I was going to play Goblin Queen for this,
He makes the sign of the Goblin Queen.
but I didn't because I didn't want to ruin everyone's time with goblins.
I'm sorry, Kevin.
Oh no, by all means.
Okay, so yeah, I guess
He
that's
kind of
it.
gestures you guys to leave.
Yeah. I think that's a wrap from me.
All right, then.
Anyone else?
Who else wants to go? Taking care of the apocalypse.
I don't think I have anything else to say.
No, Lothar is primarily probably recruiting from the villages and the plains, and any group that's completely just wasted. Some of his groups will bring to the city, so we have actual more people.
Yeah. Once the city's stabilized, I'll do the same.
All right, what villages or people in need that you're gonna go to? Are you gonna go together?
I think we'll cover more ground if we don't.
I think we should, just for the sake of speeding things up. But yeah, we're going around, we're doing a bunch of things. We probably spend a fair amount of time coordinating, you with the network, me with the groups of people.
Exactly. I'll also be repairing my network as I go. Because I want the soul collecting to still happen because so many people just die.
Yeah, a lot of people were not in the network when that happened.
Yeah.
It was the destruction. The doom. I don't know. Anyone in the village you want to spotlight? Do you want a scene, a session, a sort of moment to interact, to roleplay?
Yeah, I don't know really what there is to do in this regard, because there's just going to be probably another village. So
We can always check up on some of the villages we already know, or something, or some future thing.
Most of the
check
time-
on Elderguard.
I'd like to go to Bear Village, actually.
The
Yeah,
fucking
that makes
fort?
sense.
Yeah.
Did you guys like make that into a bigger village and gave them like bear
Defenses and
autocannons?
stuff, actually.
Yeah,
like, they have artillery cannons.
They have some defenses. They hired some bear hunters, and we have a couple. It's become one of the pilgrimage spots.
Perfect. All right. Well, it's been a couple weeks, so, you guys head on over to there. What was the name of that place? Named it.
Did you?
It did have a name, I'm almost certain.
Dreadfort?
Something like that.
Fourth blasphemy.
That's the one.
Alright, Fort Blasphemy. So it's bigger, it has damage to it, they've spread out, they've put up, defenses and stuff. There's bear hunters. The bear hunters are gone. They had to go forage for food. Anyway, the citizens look fat and happy. And by fat, I mean they're about 2 to 3 times bigger. They look like people, but like bloated people with like bigger, happier heads with faces that don't emote.
So you mean they're wearing mascot costumes?
People costumes.
They're bears!
Like imagine a person suit, like a world of furries wearing people suits.
Hello there.
One of them, like she looks like a milkmaid, like a giant costume with like a tray full of honey. Her mascot head is smothered in honey prints from the costume, and there's like fur stuck to it in there. Ooh, Rayra?
What a beautiful regional dialect.
Gestures to the honey, like it's like offering some honey with like the little tray she has.
I'm assuming it's good honey.
Yeah, it's your honey. Yeah, it's good. It's hers. It's yours. She stole it. She like uses like the oven mitt hand it has to like pick up a slice and like smashes against the mascot face where there's little tiny holes.
Yum yum.
I hate how cute these guys are. Because I have to kill them, but they're so cute. Do I have to? I do kill them.
I mean, your religion is about protecting his bears. Doesn't mean that you have to personally kill every single bear.
Get Acer to go around with a knife. See? You don't have to personally kill them.
I wonder if it would be possible to make these creatures intelligent.
They are clearly intelligent.
I mean, more so incapable of communication.
I mean, I had an idea for a downtown project to make them, more intelligent or whatever, and make them integrated into society. Not to spite you, but because it's a fun thing, because I really enjoyed the whole bear thing, so...
The issue is they're a problem, so they can't be made
Smite.
into a...
Well, they'd be a separate group, right?
Just like
Any bears? Well, please stop tapping. Well, okay. What are my words again?
fertility,
AI.
AI networking.
I don't have fertility.
Health,
AI,
networking.
networking health.
AI gives you an arm cannon.
Right. It does. Okay, I'm going to send out my bees to kill them all.
You're gonna kill the one in front of you?
Yeah, I also do want to make sure they actually are bears, though.
That's smart.
In case they're just like people pretending to be bears inside the costume because there's so many bears everywhere that they don't want to
Then
get
make
caught.
those be a
You, that's a really good call.
Right?
dig into them.
So like, first I will take off their hat, or I'll get the bees to take off their hat.
There's an approximation of the milkmaid inside the costume.
How far does this Russian doll go?
At this stage, not far, but if the tech was a little better, there'd be a tiny, shrunk-down bear piloting a mech, so it has all the honey it could ever want. Oh, thank you, God. My hands are full.
You're a people. You're a person.
Yes, God.
Why were you talking bear?
No, she points to the helmet. It's full of honey. You can't talk in them.
I'm glad I checked. I am glad I checked because I thought you were all bears wearing people costumes.
God, that's preposterous. You defended this village against the Earth sign threat. She makes a fist with her little glove mitten. Time before. In the before time, when the sky was... She gestures to the sky with her hand.
Meteoroids
In the
past.
before time. 2 weeks ago.
Okay, well,
We, and our master armorer, outfit us with these suits to protect us from the poisonous, burning smog that comes from the sky all the time, constantly.
okay, I guess you should put that back on then.
I mean, you're here. She puts like a gloved hand on your shoulder, a little familiar-wise, because you touched her, so you initiated. It's like, nothing bad can happen to us with you here.
That is true. Your hands are sticky, don't put them on me.
I mean,
They're hard to clean.
Okay, well, I'm going to mark her forehead with my symbol.
Like the costume for her.
And the costume. Okay. Now, to do this for the rest of the villagers, to make sure there aren't any bears actually.
And then the bears learn how to tattoo themselves.
That is going to start happening. You're going to learn that 3/4 of the people you inspect, every 3 out of 4 people are bears.
1 out of 4 or 3 out of 4?
Like, you pick up 4 people, 1 is a people, like the milkmaid, the other 3 are bears that have infiltrated.
Smart.
So it looked like their population expanded?
Yes,
or-
actually it did. They had a population boom after the apocalypse.
I couldn't tell if it looked like the population expanded or the bears had killed.
And inside their suits.
Yeah, but okay, so
I mean, anything can happen.
I will kill the bears, point out to the people that this is a problem.
Well, that was Frank.
Like, I'll take off the hat and show that it's actually a bear.
Oh, that makes sense. All with their costumes on, they're all nodding. One of them has like fur coming out of the seam of the helmet thing that's nodding too.
Everyone gather, town hall, everybody gather. Please.
A couple of them walk up on all 4s and then like, stand up straight when you're in the gathering group.
I can't even tell those are actually bears. Maybe the helmet's just really heavy because it's filled with honey.
Yeah, they start putting like your mark on their heads.
Yeah, they are. People are doing that now. They're copying you.
Okay, I'm going to look through. I'm going to use my bees to look through all the buildings, make sure there's not any stragglers or hiders.
The hiders.
So then I think it's time for some spikes.
Spikes?
Autocotonian spikes.
Memory spikes.
Okay, now, everybody, take off your helmets.
But the Sky God.
The Sky God isn't here. I am here. It's fine.
Alright, some of the ones
Unless
like,
they actually will die, but I'm assuming they won't.
Alright, people take off their helmets and like, oh, mine's locked.
Remove.
Bear.
Well, bear head removed.
Take him to the front. I'm going to take all the bears to the front. Make sure that none of them escape. Go through all of them. All the people.
Alright.
I'm going to weed out all the bears, put them to the front.
Alright, bears are there.
Now everybody, this is what happens when you don't check.
That's my wife!
Oh.
I'm sorry for you.
Well, it's not your wife, it's a bear.
I love her.
She's a bear.
I'm legally married to her.
We had a contract in front of your shrine and everything.
She's a bear. She steals our honey.
What do? Do I go to hell?
You won't
He
go.
picks up a rock, gets ready to bash his own brains in.
You won't.
I'd rather come back as an Acerin.
Calm down.
Drops the rock.
It's fine that you were tricked. The bears are a clever enemy. They infiltrate our societies to tear us down and they didn't infiltrate your societies to tear you down, to make you worse people. You need to check. It's okay if you get tricked sometimes, but you need to deal with the threat when it comes up. Now everybody.
The master of the town, the builder guy, the guy who helped build the suits, he's about 1.5 feet taller than everyone in a larger, burlier suit. He has his arms crossed and he's nodding.
Take off his helmet.
Bear!
Yep,
The
yep.
bear, he has like an eye patch on, he has like religious Thea markings like tattooed into his bear skin and stuff, and has like gold teeth.
I'm gonna test the bears to see if any of them are actually my worshippers, because I don't know if they can be.
Some of them are.
That's so confusing. The best way to steal our honey is to join our religion, then you don't have to steal it.
Do animals have soul in this world? Okay.
Do they?
I mean, this one does.
These ones are intelligent enough to
Yeah.
have soul.
He's like gesturing to walls and stuff and making bear noises. Gesturing to the sky, making like pantomiming.
Do you want
Do
you want me to try communication?
Turn into a bird. Bird
No,
speaks bear.
don't bother with that. Okay, everyone, this just got a little bit trickier. Some of the bears are sincere in their worship, and that
You're ad-libbing now. You're going off script. This is gonna create a schism.
I don't know if that's okay or not. Like, out of character now. Okay, I'm not talking character being unsure, but like, because I don't want it to fuck up their religion, and this is gonna be confusing for them. Because how can they tell if
They're bear again.
I think
What?
They're bared again. Or again, different factions.
But I don't want them faction because it fucks my religion.
Will.
Out of character,
Mhm.
I would suggest that you make it a no bears rule. You have the one. That you make it very hard no bears rule, and if they want to worship you, they need to change their form.
They have to become not bears.
Yeah, because you have it right in your religion that bears are the enemy of the religion. So if you want to be repentant and change,
You
Just
have to
make the
become
bears
not
worship someone else.
The bears have to become something else. That's fair. That's fair. Actually, they have souls and they're my worshippers.
Despite the apostate.
Okay, everyone. Some of these, like I said, some of these bears are sincere in their worship. That is good, but they are still bears and still the enemy. They could have changed their form.
Could any one of us be a bear? One of the guys picks up a rock, holds it to his neighbor.
If you become a human, or if you become not a bear, you are no longer a bear and not the enemy. This is so confusing. The bears are going to become shapeshifters to fuck me.
Nemesis.
No, you know what? I
No
take
bears.
I'm taking that back.
Rewind.
Okay, yeah, rewind. I didn't say that you
Yeah, yeah.
change your shape. That's not going to work.
You just have a lot of fat, lazy humans sleeping in caves for months on end.
The ideal life. Okay, some of these bears are sincere in their worship. That is good for a bear, but they're still a bear. Therefore, I'm going to smite the apostate to the bears that are my worshippers.
Catches fire.
To the sword.
The ones that are my worshippers die immediately. Their repentant bear souls will now be reborn as Aesirins. The ones that are not my true worshippers, everyone, take out your weapons.
Kill. Put a round into it so you're all teammates.
Yes. Especially the guy with the wife.
You're gonna make him kill his wife in front of his children?
It's not a... They don't have kids! Dude, they have fucking half-bear kids.
I mean, he has half of his kids are bears and half of them are people. The bear stole them.
Time to put your kids down. If there's
I-
some
Wait,
sin.
what? The bear stole human children? To be
Yeah,
like, oh yeah,
and
we
also
have
had some
kids.
bear cubs.
Because she's fucking another... She's cheating on you.
No, I'm into it.
Did you establish a no cheating rule?
So do I watch from the closet?
Wait,
Usually
is
there's a secret.
one of them raises their hand. Is monogamy a new rule, God? And then they all start picking up rocks.
No, monogamy is not a rule. You all can live your lives
Bear cut them down.
however you want, so long as it is within the religion.
Just don't fuck a bear.
Now, yeah, no bears. That's clearly the rule. That's clearly in the religion. No bears.
Every time you guys have to encounter your worshippers.
So
So we're all allowed to get
everyone-
one.
Alright, they beat the bears to death with their weapons.
well, I was assuming guns, but okay.
What? No, they're not a future society.
They're not. That's true.
It's knives and halberds and stuff.
Now, what's his name? What's your name? Guy with the wife.
Bear wife? I changed it to her last name.
This is how Thea's looking at it. With the "you're the dumbest piece of shit in the world."
You should just kill him on principle.
I mean, the whole town is bear team because bears is an important part of their life, you know, the hides and everything. So
Yeah, but you don't be called bear wife. That's like being called Satan lover. Like, that's not, like...
I don't know. It's like, hey, I'm a whale wife.
would you like me to
It's with
summon
whalers.
birds to peck everyone's eyes out, or anything
No,
like
then
that?
I won't be able to tell who's a bear. Now, this is going to suck, but you can look away.
What?
And take his bear children and kill them.
Barry,
Everyone,
no!
let this be a lesson.
Barry is for Mary and Barry. Like B-A-R.
Little Barrington.
Always check for bears.
ACB.
ACB.
Doesn't you off?
Always check for bears. Everyone repeat after me.
They all do ACB over and over again, nodding their heads.
Excellent. Now,
Who's the cook?
Hmm?
Who's the cook? 'Cause there's only
yeah. Now, you have lots of food, that's really morbid. This is life.
Lots of food and
Just
less
eat it.
mouths to feed.
That's all you can eat until it's all gone.
You have lots of food and a new leader to elect. Here's your new leader. An answer.
Yeah. Ah, hello, Mom. I was zoning out. I do that.
Yes.
Were they fucking bears again?
Yes.
They do that. Alright, gang, so you're all cosplaying as yourselves. That's cool. First thing first, everyone has to take their helmet off and put on this cool breath mask hose down your throat. I'll help you with the children.
What?
It's just like it's a thing that goes on your mouth and it's a hose that goes down into your lungs. So your face isn't concealed.
Much smarter.
We call it a fucking breathing assist tool.
It's like a feeding tube, but for your lungs.
Yeah.
Okay. Now this seems to have worked itself out. Well,
I'm sure it'll be fine.
I've worked it out. I will fortify the village some more, heal anybody that's hurt, blah blah blah. Make sure it's in my network.
Is that the bear I taught magic to?
Don't teach magic to bears.
No, we're not allowed to let them live in our cities, but we're allowed to teach magic to them. He traded me a favor.
No. The rule is bears are our enemy.
Yeah, bears plural. It was one bear.
A certain.
Time to smite!
Every bear is our enemy.
So I should put a bracket over that S, so it's bear singular and plural.
Yes.
It's fair. We were following the letter, Mom.
I assumed that was clear. I forgot that I was dealing with beings of much lesser intelligence.
We're pretty stupid, Mom. We blew up this world twice.
Very true. Very true.
Because, and he turns to the people, it was the future savages that destroyed the world. They did it.
Wait, are we not taking credit for that?
Oh, the Marquis just hasn't bothered. He's just like, oh.
Whatever story you hear about who actually caused it, the air quotes, is a metaphor for their sinfulness and pride ruining this fertile land the real gods have to put back together. Doesn't matter what version you hear. Doesn't matter who takes credit for it, future savages did it.
You know what, that's fair.
The time barbarians, in their pride and wrath, destroyed something because they couldn't possess it.
You know what? That's fair. Yeah.
That is how, you're like, in my mind, that's how it happened.
If people didn't come back from the future, I mean, it wouldn't have happened. So technically, the future people did this.
Aren't you a future person?
I'm an out-of-time person, so...
It's not from the future.
No, for no time.
Well, not here. Not now.
Yeah, not from this time, but I'm neither from the future.
Okay, not from the future.
Alright, now let's go dump all those shape-shifting potions I just found in the leader's house into the sewer.
Yes.
So the sewer bears can shapeshift.
Wait, sewer bears. Wait, we made the sewers too small for bears. But if they have shape-shifting potions, they can be small. Do not put shape-shifting
What about
potions
bear cubs?
Can we just
down.
purge this town?
No, I love this town. I'm glad I checked if they were people. The bears are adorable, and I love them. Even though, for this character, it's hard.
I mean, you'll never get a good
I'm
bear.
sorry, Mom. I didn't know it was wrong. You want me to kill myself? Maybe next day soon will be smarter.
It's fine. You can learn.
So yes.
Meanwhile, Lothar is texting back. Note. Hey, we need some missionaries out here to recruit some of the bears in the forest into our cult.
I mean, definitely. Bears.
It's not my fault, Mom. I owed him a favor. Wizards have to do that. He checks his book. Yeah, we totally have to.
Why did you owe a bear a favor?
I got a thorn in my hand, and he pulled it out, and I couldn't get it because I was too drunk.
Try not to owe bears favors. Or any singular bear either. Ruffle his hair like a fucking idiot.
I got a thorn in my hand, and I was too drunk to get it out.
So you start ruffling, you start like clenching.
Cuts him like drunk, crawling along the ground with like oven mitts taped to his wrists because he got too drunk and there's a thorn. He's like, ah, rah, rah.
Ugly crying.
Oh my god.
Fucking. Oh, go ahead.
So in this episode, I was sponsored by nobody dealing with the apocalypse and people that wear bear costumes.
We're in
Tonal
human
consistency.
suits.
Tonal consistency.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
My worshippers are silly.
See?
Oh no, I forgot. Never mind.
Sorry.
The mouse taking the paw to the bear's
Oh,
paw.
everyone
Yeah.
knows. It's
Okay.
a lion, not a bear.
Lion.
Stories get retold. Remixed.
Well, what's this town called?
Fort Blasphemy.
Fort Blasphemy.
Good name. Good name.
Obviously.
Accurate.
Okay. Sucks that the leader is a bear. Or was a bear.
He learned magic from a wizard. And that, like, he was explaining his backstory. He was, like, starting to pick up language and, like, how to use his paws and stuff. And came up with the idea if they built people suits, so all he had to do was engineer a crisis, and then the sky started to rain smog, and it presented itself for him.
Smart.
Well, now they get to be Acers, so that's fine. That's fine.
You found a bear among your Acerins.
What?
Remember?
Oh, yes.
Keeps happening.
One day you'll have a bear that is an Acer. And
Always
then...
check for bears.
ACB.
ACB. It's gonna be like the first thing they teach children. All the new children that come in too, we have to check to make sure they're actually children and not fucking bear cubs. Fuck. Silly people.
Stupid mortals. Alright, who else wants to go? Who has any plans? You got anything left for this session?
Kevin?
Nope.
How about checking up on Faust?
Oh, that mountain exploded and is gone. It's a giant fucking crater full of lava and destruction.
Yeah. I guess there wouldn't be really an easy way to locate him, unfortunately.
I mean, you know where Fui is, that island.
Are any of my worshippers, did any of them survive that
No!
I'd
Mountain
ask.
exploded! He got
Worshippers from
fucking
where?
deep impacted.
Worshippers from where?
He put worshippers up to do pilgrimage to the
Ah.
mountain and shit. They're gone.
super dead? Fair enough.
So many of my shrines got imploded.
You're the one.
They had
Mount Impossible, the
Oh, shit, yeah. Huh.
the
That blows.
Volcano City,
Volcano
Barrett
City, the shrine's
Show.
still there.
Sorry?
Yeah, that's
The
because
shrine's still in Volcano City.
it's inside
Under
a
lava.
volcano that erupted.
Someone lives there still.
Perfect.
Inside the encapsulated, like,
Yeah, the
wouldn't
bat
it,
monster.
wouldn't it be like filled with lava?
Yeah, well, someone's been carving it out.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool.
It's only been a week.
Oh, we should probably go and save her.
Do we really want to go? Sure, let's go.
What, do you remember her name?
Let's see. Bat lady.
She's got to be running low on coke.
Barry, my son. And Barry, my daughter.
Good lord.
Oh, anytime he said something, they're all about to pick up rocks and start stoning each other. 5 seconds away.
Yeah, seriously, just kill and very fine.
Hey, she's
Mother standby?
You're gonna love the next bear thing. I've already plotted out. It's
if she's trapped, we can technically you could just teleport us there. Actually,
Yeah,
Teleport?
I could. I can.
Shit.
What?
Only if someone's a prisoner, though.
She is a
Ah.
prisoner. She's trapped.
Yeah, she's trapped inside the mountain.
So, I think she's Queen Mother?
Do you remember her name? Queen Mother's her name now?
She used to be standby,
Hi, standby.
and now she was Queen Mother when she established herself there. At least that's what my notes.
I forgot this was the sound. This was the soundtrack for Derek Show. Do you know the track?
No.
It is the track from Earthbound for the Floating Kingdom of Delam. The floating, like, oriental place. We're not there, though.
So do we want to go, or does everyone wants to go?
Who wants to go?
I think everyone's going to this one.
I mean, we
To
need to
Volcano City?
Yeah, I mean,
It's pretty close by.
It's over there. You guys moved it and everything. You put time into it.
I mean, I guess if there's only one person, though, I mean.
yeah, you know, it's like, hey, I can carve, you can carve, because we're both strong things, so let's go.
Couldn't you just, like, artifice a fucking tunnel down there?
Probably.
I can just teleport us all there.
Not too.
Freedom also has a way of going through the ground too, technically.
It's called walking.
The path to freedom.
And again, the question is, will it be enough content for everyone, or should we just have a smaller group
Spread.
for smaller content?
I don't need to come. Like, straight
Yeah.
up, you're rescuing one person.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, really anyone can do it.
yeah.
Well, let's go. You brought it up, and I have a shrine there.
Okay.
So who is going?
Me and
Oh, and Mateo.
Mateo. So the past people, Lothar, Mateo, and
The
Azazel.
future people are busy killing bears.
I mean, I feel a bit of kinship. They are bad people, so.
They can fly.
Yep.
All right, the volcano has like holes all over it where like magma has cooled and like obsidian has grown around it. It looks like it's gone through a bit of a beat down, and all of the man-made stuff has been covered or pyroclasmed. It's still smoking, like there's still like smoke and ash coming off of it.
Ooh.
Because the world was on fire for a little while.
I guess if you could start the rain, I'll start cracking.
Sure.
Okay, so
Yeah, we'll just.
beating into it.
All right. Yeah, you're coming across preserved Pompeii-style bodies in the ash and the rock layers.
Well, if they've been worshipping us, they've been saved.
I mean, they were your worshippers. This whole city worshipped you.
I mean, they were also dealing with unity and so on.
They were worshipping you. She split it up between you guys. That was a whole thing.
Yeah, they were our people.
This is one of your cities.
More so than Dara show.
I mean, Derechok had a thriving as population for a while. Okay, we just continue digging.
All right. Eventually, you're getting close to your shrine, and there's like a pocket antechamber you kind of burst into.
Aha!
There's like stale air in here and stuff, and there's like a big burning form that's covered in like lava veins and stuff, hanging from the ceiling, cloaked around itself like a bat monster.
Ugh. Hello?
That you stand by.
It kind of shifts and then kind of crawls down on. Imagine like a central bat with like the bat wings that are kind of like the patagia that connects it together. You know that flesh that bats use. But like there's multiple arms coming out of the tips of the wings and stuff. So like kind of like a multi-armed like lizard or whatever, kind of crawling along. Big neck ruff. Still has like a person-y-ish face. There's veins of red going all across her, and like her chest cavity, like just below her abdomen, has like lava pouring out of it.
She got more awesome in the apocalypse.
Metal.
She's evolved into.
Fire bat. Hello, God.
Hello. How's it going?
I endure.
So you did. Everyone else dead?
Their faith was tested and found wanting. The metal of their souls was smelted.
Well, we're glad you endured.
High praise from the highest of holies.
Well,
Okay.
should we repopulate this place or should we find a new one?
Yes, God, entrust your flock to me. Give me their souls.
Are you looking for like a cave?
You want to bring
Or
that
place?
here?
Hey, you already got a shrine set up.
That's not the worst idea.
I guess.
You already had the worst idea.
You're from the past, right? Sometimes have problems keeping track.
Yes, she's from the past.
Yeah.
She was
She
getting
got
psychic
cooked up.
dreams and thought they were God telling her to kill her god, kill her old god.
Well, how good are you with dealing with really challenged things?
You have no worshipper that is more adept at shepherding your flock.
Perfect.
It's technically true. You really don't have guys.
Yeah, well, I guess I take some mass that grows in the goblin.
Or you just go pick up the goblins you already got and drop them in here.
Sure.
It's like a whole town.
Either or.
You're gonna relocate them. It's like, oh, you do have a cave. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Scene swipe. Woo! Whoop. Alright, you drop the hive in the volcano, it splats open like a rotten egg, and like the larvae start crawling out and scuttering into dark places. Oh yeah, I guess you could just drop it. Yeah, that works too. I was gonna place it in, but yeah, okay, we'll rebuild it. Got a lot of high protein stuff. Pineapple. We could really go for pineapple.
Fertility.
Pineapple everywhere. Perfect. Oh, what is that big, giant, lava, bat, sorcerer, demon, woman, monster?
That is your new boss.
She's a shepherd.
Oh. Boy? Are you here?
Oh yeah.
Who's that guy?
I know that type too.
Hi,
Hi.
I'm Lothar.
I'm Goblin King.
Oh. I remember something about goblins, but I can't remember what it was.
We're a plague on the land that destroys everything in our paths.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Plague
Big
on-
mistake bringing us here. Big mistake.
Kill on sight. Right.
Good plan.
Oh no, they can't die. Apparently.
What? No, we like, he takes out a flintlock and shoots one of his goblins in the face, and a couple others grab his body and drag it off into a corner. And we do it all the time.
They don't care.
Told me.
Maybe I got some message wrong.
We only have one, I don't know. Have you ever shot yourself in the head?
I have not.
Alright. Do you feel like that'd be a bad idea?
Yes.
You know how everyone has that for themselves? Yeah. One goblin tribe shares that impulse, so the more there are, the less there is. We divvy it up.
They're like a hive.
No, well, not in the way you're implying.
An individual doesn't matter much.
One of them's like crawling on the Queen Mother's face, like one of the goblins, like one of the smaller ones, is trying to like fit itself in her mouth and crawl down her throat. There's like one on her neck, like stroking her neck rough.
Cream of the crop.
Yeah, just supply us with, meat and protein and food and, whatever you want will, I guess, happen. He shrugs, the Goblin King shrugs. God, I found something! God!
Yes.
Yeah, he goes directly to you, because you're the god in charge.
Yeah.
It's a bag full of teeth and gold.
Is that yours? Looking at the bat.
Points to a hole where there's someone who's pyroclasmed up around their possessions.
Well, takes a handful and eats it.
Of the golden entity.
Oh yeah, the goblin smiles. He's missing teeth and has some gold on his lips.
That's fine. Just doesn't the rest of the things. Would you like some? Gold teeth.
Golden teeth and pulverized worshiper.
How did that chocolate get in?
It's just a whole volcano for us with no natural predators.
Yes.
Yeah, alright. Volcanic soil is pretty fertile. That works.
Problem solved. Set it up, guys, or do we want to do anything else?
Yeah, you guys have anything else you want to do for this session?
I don't have anything else. No, it was mostly
No.
damage control session.
Yeah.
Did you guys accomplish everything you wanted to?
Wanted to repair my network, and recruit more worshippers, which I didn't do on camera, but like we said we were doing. So
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Starting to replenish your numbers. Your cults have all gone down a power level because of all the death. You'll have to take time to recover back up.
By the way, I was dead serious about recruiting at least a couple bears for the cult.
Yeah, do it. Just do it.
Yeah.
I should make a bear guy.
It's a bear dance.
to be fair, just
To
because
be fair.
bears are a problem for my religion, doesn't mean that every bear is hardwired to attack my religion. So
They're just
Doesn't mean
stealing honey. It's just
there has to be bears for your religion to have that problem, otherwise it'll be something else. So
yeah. I just mean like,
Every bear has the potential to turn on you.
yeah, but just because you have worshippers that are bears doesn't mean that those worshippers are going to attack me or my guys.
there'll be like a few like a small tribe of like, instead of the chaotic, kind of these are the more sort of ultra serious martial artist bears.
Please.
The
You
fly.
can start doing science experiments where it's like, here's a pot of honey the bear was given. You see that he pushes away and instead steals a pot of honey from behind the researcher's back.
Legit.
When given the opportunity, they will steal honey over eating honey.
Legit.
Perfect.
Alright, well in that case, if everyone's happy, that is a wrap for episode 1 of season 2. I was Devin,
Nicole?
Tyler?
Kevin?
Be there.
Mark.
and this is sponsored by Nobody, signing off.